personally salute all frontliners who have worked tirelessly and innovators who have yielded a solution to prevent and treat COVID-19 and other crisis situations, or an initiative which has contributed towards mitigating the impacts of coronavirus and providing relief to communities. I have observed abundant creativity and innovation emerging at the national, institutional, organizational, and individual levels for the past year.
Now is the ideal time for initiatives like this to be explored, not only encourage development of innovation, but to manage future emergencies and crises.
Sejak mencapai kemerdekaan, Malaysia telah mengalami transformasi yang pesat demi kemakmuran dan kesejahteraan rakyat. Sektor kesihatan, antara sektor terpenting negara, sentiasa berhadapan dengan pelbagai isu dan cabaran dalam era globalisasi ini. Fokus Kementerian Kesihatan menjadi lebih luas, terutamanya dalam menyediakan kemudahan kesihatan yang saksama, mudah diperolehi dan berkualiti. Untuk itu, perancangan dan pelaksanaan program kesihatan negara perlulah berasaskan kepada bukti saintifik menerusi hasil-hasil penyelidikan yang berkualiti. Penubuhan Institut Kesihatan Negara atau NIH yang bernaung di bawah Program Penyelidikan dan Sokongan Teknikal Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia adalah bertujuan untuk menjalankan penyelidikan yang mana hasilnya dapat memberi bukti saintifik terhadap pembentukan polisi dan intervensi bidang kesihatan. NIH telah diluluskan di bawah rancangan Malaysia ke-7 dan secara rasmi beroperasi sejak bulan Ogos 2003. Visi NIH adalah untuk menjadi organisasi penyelidikan kesihatan terkemuka ke arah meningkatkan kesihatan dan kesejahteraan negara. Manakala misi NIH adalah menjalankan penyelidikan, latihan dan perundingan berkaitan kesihatan yang berkesan dan berimpak tinggi untuk meningkatkan kualiti hidup. Selain itu, NIH juga bertanggungjawab untuk mentadbir dan menguruskan penyelidikan di negara ini untuk menangani isu-isu kesihatan nasional. Kompleks NIH seluas 40 ekar di Setia Alam Selangor mempunyai ciri-ciri seni bina moden yang melambangkan kerancakan transformasi perkhidmatan kesihatan yang dizahirkan oleh penyelidikan yang berkualiti tinggi. Dilengkapi dengan pelbagai fasiliti serba moden, NIH turut menekankan kepentingan ekosistem alam sekitar yang mampu mewujudkan suasana kondusif untuk penyelidikan. Kompleks NIH menempatkan sebanyak 6 buah institut yang mempunyai pengkhususan dalam bidang penyelidikan masing-masing. Kelancaran operasi setiap institut ini disokong oleh pejabat pengurus dan pejabat pendaftar yang menjadi tunjang utama dalam pengurusan strategik dan pentadbiran NIH. Institut Penyelidikan Perubatan atau IMR merupakan institut penyelidikan biomedical tertua di Malaysia yang diwujudkan sejak tahun 1900 oleh Kerajaan British. Ketika itu, ia dikenali sebagai Institut Pathology di Kuala Lumpur. Hasil penyelidikan IMR telah banyak menyumbang kepada pengetahuan, pemahaman, rawatan dan kawalan beberapa penyakit tropika utama di negara ini dan rantau Asia Tenggara. Kini, fokus IMR juga kepada penyelidikan bioperubatan seiring dengan trend perubahan isu dan beban kesihatan negara serta kemajuan teknologi perubatan. Sejarah Institut Kesihatan Umum IKU bermula di Singapura sebagai Royal Sanitary Institute dan dijenamakan sebagai Royal Society for Promotion of Health RSH yang berperanan melatih inspektor kesihatan dari Tanah Melayu, Singapura dan Borneo. IKU berkembang menjadi pusat penyelidikan epidemiologi dan kesihatan awam yang menyediakan data-data kesihatan penting pembuat dasar dan pihak berkepentingan mengenai prevalen penyakit dan taraf kesihatan rakyat negara ini. Antaranya adalah tinjauan kebangsaan kesihatan dan morbidity at National Health Morbidity Survey yang dijalankan secara berkala. Institut Penyelidikan Klinikal atau ICR berfungsi sebagai cabang penyelidikan klinikal KKM dan mula beroperasi sejak Ogos 2000. Dengan 5 buah pusat kajian yang berperanan menggerakkan kajian-kajian klinikal tersendiri serta mempunyai 36 cawangan di hospital-hospital utama KKM di seluruh negara. ICR memainkan peranan penting dalam menerajui pembangunan dan pengukuhan kapasiti penyelidikan klinikal negara, mewujudkan dan mengekalkan pengkalan data klinikal bagi KKM dan juga mewujudkan kerjasama dengan organisasi penyelidikan tempatan, serantau dan antarabangsa mengenai penyelidikan klinikal. Institut Penyelidikan Sistem Kesihatan atau IHSR ditubuhkan pada November 2002 bagi membantu KKM dalam pelaksanaan penyelidikan terhadap sistem dan pengurusan kesihatan negara yang membantu dalam menyediakan bukti saintifik kepada pengubal dasar dan polisi kesihatan negara mengenai taraf dan kualiti penyampaian perkhidmatan kesihatan kepada rakyat. Institut ini berperanan dalam melaksanakan penyelidikan berimpak tinggi dalam bidang penyampaian perkhidmatan kesihatan negara, melaksanakan penilaian terhadap dasar dan polisi kesihatan dan kebolehcapaian perkhidmatan yang saksama dan berkualiti dalam kalangan semua rakyat negara ini. IHSR telah mendapat pengiktirafan antarabangsa dan telah dilantik sebagai Pusat Kerjasama Serantau WHO untuk peningkatan kualiti dan kesihatan. Institut Pengurusan Kesihatan IHM bermula di bawah Institut Kesihatan Awam yang dikenali sebagai bahagian latihan pengurusan. Penubuhan IHM bermula pada rancangan Malaysia ke-6 yang mana ia bertanggungjawab dalam meningkatkan pembangunan modal insan profesional di KKM untuk menghadapi cabaran dalam penyampaian perkhidmatan kesihatan yang berkualiti. Bidang penyelidikan yang dipelopori oleh IHM ialah aspek kepuasan pelanggan, pengurusan sumber manusia serta pemantauan dan penilaian terhadap kualiti perkhidmatan kesihatan negara. Selain itu, IHM turut berperanan sebagai sebuah institut yang menyediakan latihan berkualiti tinggi kepada kaki tangan KKM. Institut Penyelidikan Tingkah Laku Kesihatan IPTK ditubuhkan pada 2005 adalah bukti bahawa bidang tingkah laku kesihatan adalah penting dalam usaha mencapai sebuah negara maju. IPTK bertanggungjawab dalam melaksanakan penyelidikan inovatif dalam bidang tingkah laku, penilaian intervensi promosi kesihatan, kaedah komunikasi kesihatan yang efektif dan komunikasi risiko. Penyelidikan yang dilaksanakan oleh penyelidik-penyelidik di NIH bukan sahaja telah memperbaiki penyampaian kesihatan kepada rakyat Malaysia, namun telah turut mendapat pengiktirafan di dalam negara dan di peringkat antarabangsa. Way Forward NIH akan terus mengkaji dan meningkatkan kepakaran para penyelidik ke arah menghasilkan kajian-kajian berkualiti dan berimpak tinggi dalam meningkatkan taraf kesihatan dan kehidupan rakyat Malaysia.
This is our country, Malaysia, a nation admired for its political stability, rapid development, an abundance of opportunity, and courageous, talented people. Crucial to Malaysia's progress is continual innovation and application of new technologies. The tremendous rate that technology and innovation is growing means Malaysia has little choice but to anticipate the needs of tomorrow's society and respond to these needs with appropriate solutions. Malaysia needs skillful and brave talents that would champion innovation for today and tomorrow. The new progressive Malaysia needs trailblazers, innovators, who generate competent new technologies and intellectual properties that can take local industries to global markets. The government needs new ways to deliver better services. And people like you and me want to live healthier, better, and safer lives. This has become part of our job at MIMOS. As the National Applied R&D Centre, we develop technology solutions that tie in with real issues and respond to real needs of society, like the need for more interactive and efficient government services, education that is less patronizing and more student-centric, sustainable food production, high-quality healthcare at low cost, uncompromising public safety, and reliable modern communications, including in rural areas. Looking back, you may still remember our role in formulating ICT policies for the country back in the mid-90s. Strategies which later paved the road for Malaysia's maiden information superhighway. We have come a long way. The key drivers of our success have been the commitment and dedication of our people, consistent investment in R&D, and strong collaborations that often result in an exciting union of innovative ideas and the spotting of new opportunities. Throughout the years, we have also nurtured a comprehensive semiconductor ecosystem that has energized Malaysia's electrical and electronics sector. Our hallmark, MIMOS Innovation, or MI, is about prospecting and adding value to great ideas. From remote environment monitoring solutions to smart city essentials and electronic government tools, MIMOS innovations address more than just economic issues. They help organizations to transform their services, and along the way, they positively change society itself. We are cognizant of the enormity of the task before us, but we'd like to take it as an exciting challenge. This is the journey we carry on. It has never been one that settles for less, and certainly not for the fearful. Rather, it's for the bold, the courageous, the innovators.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next lined up program is a knowledge sharing session. Please enjoy.
A very good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'll give you a very brief overview and introduction on MIMOS BERHAD. We are an applied R&D center in ICT, microelectronics, and semiconductors. MIMOS BERHAD is a strategic agency under the Ministry of Science and Technology. We contribute towards raising Malaysians' competitiveness in relation to technology and growing the technology platforms to be diffused in the industry in Malaysia. This is MIMOS journey. MIMOS BERHAD was established in 1985 under the Prime Minister's Department. In 1991, we were a department under the Ministry of Science, Technology and Environment. In 1997, MIMOS BERHAD was formed as a company incorporated under the Ministry of Finance. And our key mandates in 1997 to 2005 was on R&D in ICT, semiconductors and microelectronics, business development and national ICT policy. So in 2006 to date, our key mandates is on R&D in ICT, semiconductor and microelectronics, enhancing the E&E ecosystem in Malaysia, and at the same time generating new technology ventures and incubating industries. Our key aspiration in MIMOS is to drive technology output and create value while enabling critical industries and strategic government initiatives. Our key R&D activities in MIMOS, some to name a few, is on artificial intelligence, machine learning, power electronics, blockchain, edge computing. The main technology output is then diffused to 4 key verticals, or we call it as 4+1 key verticals. Electric vehicles, renewable energy, manufacturing, palm oil, and strategic. Our key goal in the next 5 years, we classify it as 4 5s, generating direct revenue of 5 billion in domestic exports, greater than 5 billion via indirect through savings and productivity gains through implementation of technology, and at the same time creating 5,000 high-valued jobs. So these are MIMOS competency focus areas. We have 4 key focus areas in MIMOS. Number 1 is on power electronics, drives and machine. Number 2 is on smart connected devices. And finally on intelligent computation. Now, if you look at all these 3 areas, power electronics is about building modules and subsystems. Smart connected devices is connecting each one of this module through sensors and through firmware. And finally, displaying this image through data analytics or big data analytics, where it makes sense of the data and displaying it on your screen. So our key R&D objective in MIMOS, we coin it as 3 main initiatives across 4+1 clusters. The 3 key initiatives is on high-value electronics for critical and future industries, targeted development for Industry 4.0, and targeted ICT smart solutions. And these key initiatives will drive the 4+1 clusters in MIMOS. So the 4+1 clusters in MIMOS, where we are focusing on, is on technology related to renewable energy, electric autonomous vehicles, manufacturing sectors, automation and mechanization, plus targeted national agendas. So the technology in the 4+1 clusters, some of the technologies we do collaborate with industries. Right? The core technology is being developed locally in MIMOS. So MIMOS is open to collaborate with industries. We welcome industries and startups to come to MIMOS and work with us in creating and localizing technologies for the industries. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your attention. The next presenter will be from MIMOS BERHAD, and they'll be talking on 5G technologies as well as the vaccine management system that we developed here in MIMOS.
Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Nazaruddin Mashudi from MIMOS BERHAD. I want to introduce to you to our 5G and AI Innovation Hub. Our 5G and AI Innovation Hub is a facility equipped with 5G network infrastructure and AI instruments. It is established through the tripartite partnership of MIMOS, MAXIS, and Huawei, with the aim to accelerate the creation of industrial use cases enabled by 5G, AI, and other advanced technology. Our objective is to build Malaysia's 5G and AI hub to accelerate innovation for the new economy by providing industrial use cases for co-creation and innovation center enabled by 5G, IoT, cloud, and AI. We also provide knowledge transfer, training, and also innovation center as the facility. In the tripartite partnership, MIMOS acts as the innovation planner. We act as a R&D planning and execution partner and also provide the lab and testbed operation. Whereas MAXIS is our service provider, in which they facilitate on the 5G spectrum provision and thus providing the connectivity and network services. And lastly, Huawei is our technology provider. They provide the hardware for 5G, cloud, and AI infrastructure. Huawei also promotes in technology transfer to local industry. Let me take some of your time to give you a virtual tour of our lab. This is the entrance of our hub, and these are the inside of the hub. In our 5G and AI Innovation Hub, apart to provide the service to experience the speed and power of 5G, we also provide 5 areas for industry, which are smart retail, smart security and smart city, smart agriculture, smart manufacturing, and smart education. For smart retail, Huawei is providing a technology called image processing weight, in which the weighting machine, by using onboard camera and AI, will recognize any object being put on the scale. For smart security and smart city, MIMOS is providing 4 use cases. Number 1, automated vehicle access control system, a smart and cost-effective and low-maintenance vehicle access control and operation platform through variable vehicle plate number identification. Number 2, smart CCTV management. Number 3, a smart lockup, an intelligent surveillance system that integrates advanced video analytics for early detection of suspicious behaviors to aid rapid response for police. And number 3 is actually smart street light management system, an intelligent street lighting that incorporates advanced technologies with autonomous and real-time power consumption and operational states monitoring functions. For smart agriculture, MAXIS is providing a product called Durian Sense, which is implementation of technology for image processing and smart agriculture to help to increase the yield quality and efficiency in operation. For smart manufacturing, we have 2 use cases. Number 1, MAXIS provide AR and VR glass for remote access using 5G infrastructure. And number 2, MIMOS is providing smart manufacturing intelligence service platform, an integrated operational technology and IT shared services platform that administers smart devices and sensors for optimal performance. Last but not least is smart education. MAXIS provide E-Class 5G VR goggles, and also MIMOS will provide smart presentation system. The smart presentation system is an interactive solution that provides audience with better experience in attending presentation by enabling content sharing in real time. In summary, through the tripartite partnership, we provide many services for the local industry. As such, we encourage the public to contact us and pay us a visit on the 5G and AI Innovation Hub. We thank you for your time. Sekian, terima kasih.
Hi, My name is Alwin, and I'm from MIMOS. What I'd like to tell you about here today is the vaccine management and certification ecosystem. It's actually an ecosystem of somewhat higher complexity than is generally known to the public. I will show you on my pointer basically the way the vaccine information flows from the point of inception into the system to the point where it basically gets injected into a particular person, and then subsequently how that information is actually attested to in a high trustworthiness manner. This is basically the vaccine certification process. And lastly, how that certification process results in an output called a vaccine certificate, which can then be verified by any application that can verify digital signatures, including the vaccine certificate verifier application, which can be downloaded from Google Play or the Apple App Stores. So the ecosystem itself basically contains three elements that I'll be talking about for the next few minutes: the vaccine management system, the vaccine certification system, and the vaccine certificate verifier, right? So it's important to note that this ecosystem also contains external elements. One of the external elements is the pharmacy information system, which is an existing system operated by MOH, but for the purpose of pandemic management, also incorporated certain elements of COVID-19 vaccine supply chain management. Secondly, the vaccine administration system, which was built by Entomo, and this is the system that all of us actually encountered at the PPVs. And finally, the MySejahtera application, which all of you all would be very familiar with over the last few years. Basically, what the vaccine management system attempts to do is it attempts to do a trustless track and trace, which is to say an external observer would not need to trust any single authority that basically said that a single vaccine allotment has moved from one place to another place. This is a feature this is a general feature of blockchains. So we write the movement of a vaccine allotment onto multiple blockchain servers. Because of that, the record keeping is now said to be immutable, which is to say that even if there was an intent to go back and modify the record, that record would actually be flagged as false by the blockchain system. Okay, so so basically the concept here is that we apply certain filters to ensure supply chain management integrity, wherein supply chain elements which are deemed to be problematic are first quarantined for periodic reconciliation and only then written out to the blockchain. So anything that is written to the blockchain can be considered to have a high degree of integrity, and it's then committed to a form of record keeping which is immutable. All the vaccine movement, including the point of injection, is subject to blockchain record keeping. Now, at the point of injection, there is an extra complexity because the other element that needs to be stored onto the blockchain would basically be the user identity. But what we want to do is we want to do privacy protection on the blockchain. So rather than storing the identity, what we store instead is a zero knowledge encoding of the identity. The concept is that at the point of injection, if you remember that far back, you'll remember that the first thing you had to do is you had to prove your identity external to Sejahtera. So we actually had to, bring my cards, or in the case of foreigners who were vaccinated in Malaysia, passports, and that proof of identity was compared against your details on Sejahtera. So this constitutes an act of identity assurance. And then subsequently, when your nurse or your doctor or even yourself use the Sejahtera app to basically do a scan of the barcode that was actually at the point of injection, the barcode that was usually, in my case, it was actually stuck on the wall. In other cases, it would have been stuck on a table. And what that operation does is it basically does an identity to vaccination binding, all right? And then this bound information of identity and serial number are then entered into MyVAS and subsequently sent over to the VMS. Prior to writing onto the blockchain, however, the identity is then anonymized so that the record keeping on the blockchain, while permanent and immutable, is also completely clean of identity. The final step of this process is to basically verify these vaccination certificates. The vaccine certificate verifier can actually be downloaded from Google Play or the Apple App Store. And basically what it does is it has a camera view. The vaccine certificates can either exist on screen, either in the Sejahtera app or in PDF form or even in screen capture form, or they can be printed on paper. The only important thing is that the barcodes are actually printed with sufficiently good resolution so that they can be actually scanned by the vaccine certificate verifier. Now, so the vaccine certificate verifier, what it does, it then returns either a valid or an invalid, and basically a valid certificate is one where the signature is actually verified to be true with respect the public key of the authority that issues that particular vaccine certificate, and that the certificate is valid from other points of view. For instance, its validity date is actually later than the present date. Okay. So the VCV actually attempts to be a universal verifier for inbound travelers, and also for third countries that want a single app that can basically verify a multiplicity of vaccine certificates issued by many countries. So the present version of the VCV supports 40 plus countries in multiple formats, including, of course, ECC, which is the home format, but also including DVOP and VDS, and also URL attestation websites, which is the other form of vaccine certificate. Or it comes in a signed form, a signed document form, wherein the identity and vaccination details of a particular person is actually accompanied by a digital signature which can be signed. So as we now start to go out into the wider world, you will expect to see a multitude of certificate formats, and so the whole point of the work that we've done is to basically ensure that you are able to prevent your vaccine certificate to whatever country you go to, and have that country basically verify your vaccine certificate without drama, or for you to be able to download the VCV app and be able to verify vaccine certificates not just of your fellow Malaysians, but also travelers from other countries. That's the conclusion for my presentation, and thank you for your time.
Innovation for life.